Hello again. This is quick video about my struggle with the new case and with my new graphics cards. So some months ago I bought and used R9 200X Dual-X video card to replace my old one HD 5750. I knew that R9 208X series are cards that can get quite hot while running intensive tasks. So my concern was how hot it will get in my old case. This is my old case from manufacturer and light, and in heavy tasks the graphics card could easily reach 80 to 82 degrees Celsius. I read that for this card these kind of temperatures are quite common, maybe even normal, but I tried to add another 80mm intake fan because originally this case had only one 80mm exhaust fan and power supply 130mm fan also acted as the exhaust fan. But in practice it didn't do anything to lower temperatures as I thought, because 80mm fans are quite bad for pushing any significant air amount in the case, and also because video card placement leaves quite narrow space for the airflow. So after thinking I decided to invest in the new case. I decided to buy an Arc Mini case from Fractal Design. This is the first model. There are also available the second one, but this was slightly cheaper. It cost me 45 euros. So this is how it looks in quite dusty environment, with the whole beautiful dust rings in the front mesh. But I will combine the filming of this video with cleaning it later, so don't worry about it. In my personal opinion, this is a quite well built case with 3 USB ports. One is version 3, power button with blue LED light, 2 audio jacks, and the reset button. Personally, this is the first such branded case I own, but as you work with it, you just can feel that this is quite a well thought out product, just from the weight of it. It weighs almost 10 kilos in the package, and this weight comes from, of course, from quite thick metal. Well, okay, let's see what's inside. Also, let's talk about, is it worth to invest in such case, and also I will tell about some of the flaws of this case, and maybe what kind of alternatives you have to this case. So this is inside of the case with all the components installed, and I will break the rule, and before I continue to tell you why I bought exactly this case, I will tell whether it improved the temperature of the graphics card. And the short answer is yes. In the same Arkham Origin game, the temperatures are now 77 to 78 degrees instead of 82, but on idle the temperatures did not change. I would say maybe in some cases there's a drop of 1 to 2 degrees, so it would stay about 48 to 51 degrees on idle. But I have to say that you can easily argue that I could make my previous old one case cooler by maybe making some extra holes or installing some additional fans, but also I think that this case is maybe worth of those 45 euros, not because of the better airflow and lower temperatures of the components, but also because this case would be definitely quieter with all those 120mm fans than the same exact number of, I don't know, the same 80mm fans. And also you can make it even more quieter with the fan controller, which was included in the packaging. Here it is. By just turning this knob you can adjust the speed of the fans. Before continuing with the case, for those who are interested, I will tell you a little bit about this R9 280 graphics card. I bought this one from local retailer for 145 euros. The condition was unused, and they gave me a 4-month warranty for this card. And I was using this card for about a month. It didn't give me any trouble so far, no artifacts or other instabilities. As you can see, this is a lower end model from Sapphire. It has only 2 fans, although this 280 graphics card would definitely benefit from larger cooler with 3 fans for lower temperatures, but it is what it is. And for those who are considering buying an used video card, I would say that that is not a bad idea, because this kind of graphics card can cost a lot. I'm not sure whether this one is still available for sale as new, but the cheapest one in my country costs about 220 euros, about that. So if you are buying a used video card from a private person, for example, definitely buy one with a still valid warranty, if you can find one. But most important thing, check it before you buy it, whether it is working, because it is quite hard to find any physical flaws of the card which are not covered in warranty, because you don't know what the previous owner did with this card. So if you're buying one, then definitely check before you buy it, and buy with a valid warranty. But at least you will save some money for the new case, as you can see. Let's continue with the case. I'll briefly tell you about why I bought this case, what kind of alternative I had in my mind, and also what kind of flaws I found while working with this case. Well, before I bought this case I was also considering a case from Cooler Master N200, which as far as I know is quite popular one. Why I bought this one in the end, perhaps because of what was already included in this case and also what kind of options it gave me. So it was already included 3 fans, 120mm, 2 exhaust and 1 intake. As I'm not mistaken, then N200 has only 1 installed fan. This case also has already included 1 fan controller for up to 3 fans, and also it has variety of screws and tools included for installing your components in this kind of package. And also I think with the N2000 case there were many complaints about the space behind the motherboard for routing your cables. This case gave me no problems with routing and managing cables behind the backplate. And what can I say more? This case has also, I think, more options to installing additional fans. For example, here in the top you have 1 space for 120mm fan. Here in the bottom also for 120mm, and also in the front here I already installed 1 120mm fan. So yeah, this was the main reason I bought this case. I thought that maybe the extra price was worth it, because this case cost me, as I mentioned before, 45 euros, but Cooler Master N2000 costs about 35. So I thought that maybe here you can have more value for money. So yeah. So now let's talk about flaws that I found within this case. The first one, which is mentioned by also other reviewers, but maybe not so very tragic, is that those tomb screws from the factory are very hard tightened, so you would have to use some kind of screwdriver to unscrew them. You wouldn't be able to do that by your bare hands, although those are called tomb screws. The second flaw is that wires on this fan controller from the factory are too short to wire them behind a motherboard, so I had to solder longer ones to hide everything behind the backplate. And those one are from Ethernet cable, the twisted pair, if you're interested. And another flaw maybe would be that it will be better if we could somehow more easily get this front mesh for cleaning. Now you have to remove this front plate to clean it out. What else? Maybe for fans of water cooling options, It will be nice that this upper cage would be removable, and also this hard drive cage, bottom one, would be also removable. You can only remove this upper one to somehow improve your airflow. But overall, this is a great case. So, in the end, I wanted to thank you for watching this video. I hope someone will find it helpful. Sorry for my not so great English, but speaking of the case, is it worth to spend 45 euros or more for branded cases? In my personal opinion, I would recommend maybe to buy a cheaper case, but invest this saved money to buy some more better components, like for example graphics cards, because I think the cheapest case, which allows you to install 120mm fonts, will provide you with enough airflow to maintain the safe temperatures of your internal components. So yeah, this is my opinion. If you have some recommendations or your experience, you can share it below in the comment section. Thank you.